woke guy tries to brawl over politics. A woke guy. We don't have a lot of those being drama queens.
What's up, everyone? I'm Billboard Chris. It's New Year's Eve. I'm out on the streets of Vancouver, BC, having one conversation at a time about the greatest child abuse scandal in the history of modern medicine. 2025 is going to be a fantastic year.
Children cannot
and
consent
possibly
to
the best day of the year is going to be September 13th. I'm going to be in London, England, joining Tommy Robinson, who should be out of prison and out of solitary confinement by then, where he's been locked up for using his voice. And we're going to have a rally for freedom of speech, because what's going on in the United Kingdom is totally out of control. September 13th, pencil it into your calendar. Join us. I'm sorry, what's your problem? Why do you want to sterilize kids?
Because literally children cannot consent to puberty blockers, and you are mad about that? It is the truth. It is a fact. Oh, jeez.
Man?
Sterilize kids? I want my,
Yeah.
my niece to feel like she can be alive. Well, I don't want that.
Oh, you don't. Too bad. You
Oh
don't
my god, you see what he's wearing? You see that pink bag, those sunglasses in the middle of the night? Like, get out of here. I don't want to hear anything you have to say. You are unserious and I don't want to hear
get
it.
a choice.
I don't get a choice.
Back up.
Physical brother in front of a camera. Good job. Good job. Literal proof. Hey guys, I would like to get back to that that bird perspective. Thank you so much. I do not like this fish perspective, okay? I'm not a frog.
Thank you.
Oh my god, nobody stole it? Wow. Great country.
Like I said, kill yourself, please. You wanna fucking kill me? I'm not playing around.
I'm not playing either.
You're playing with other people's lives though, okay?
I'm gonna keep having these conversations, and I don't care how many motherfuckers like you try to stop me with your
You're a tough
fucking
guy.
violence.
You're a tough guy.
Doesn't matter to me.
Proud of yourself, huh?
Keep it fucking going.
Proud of yourself,
This
huh?
is actually disturbing.
I got a weapon too. Fuck you, huh?
He destroyed this everything.
That was fun.
The party that's supposedly about peace and tolerance.
Oh my god. And like there was this one guy who gave him the equipment back, and that's really nice, but the fact that the other people all around did not stop this from happening and they didn't interfere, it really is scary. The life and the world we are living in, if like going back like 20-30 years ago, people would already interfere. We are disassociating ourselves with other people because we don't want to mind their business. But when stuff are happening like this in front of your eyes, and you are taking pictures in front of a Christmas tree and you don't care, this is a problem. And I do understand like they are scared to interfere because people care about their lives and they don't know who's right, who's wrong. They don't know what's going on. If you're a man and you are strong and there is no like actual weapons happening here, like just fist brawl, like you should stop this. A couple of you should definitely stop this from happening, and you should protect each other. It is sad that we live in such a world where this is not a thing.
Seem to be using a lot of violence lately. It's funny because I remember when this happened like 14 years ago, and I was actually on their side, but the Democrats and the Libertarians started to team up because the Democrats would say these people just want to live their lives with freedom, and because Libertarians tend to be about freedom, they were all for it, and they teamed up with the Democrats to give people more liberties. And as soon as the Democrats got into power, it took 10 years, but we went from same-sex marriage to there's no such thing as gender. Now they're to the point where they'll use force if you have a different opinion, and they'll justify using force by saying they're on the good side.
Yeah, like this justification that you are the right, like using force and doing like even saying you should unalive yourself. Basically, like it's such full of hatred, and you are calling yourself the good guy. you are the representation of what is good, and then you ask me to support you in whatever agenda you have out there. How delusional do you want to be? All right, how delusional. And enough is enough. I do not live in a society right now, at least in a place that is like around me that has issues like this. At least I'm not one-on-one affected by this. But seeing the people who are, whether in their job, in their family, in whatever, like, I do understand them saying enough is enough and fighting for it. I understand.
Man that's angry about not being able to sterilize kids is a sick man.
It's the video that's gone viral. Seal
He's a
Beach
sick
police
man.
say 3 women were caught on camera stealing from an Ulta beauty store earlier this month. Police say they stole more than $1,600 worth of items. All 3 women are from Southern California and between the ages
I
of
think I know
24
what
and
this is.
26. They tried to get away in the parking lot, but police quickly detained them.
Is it when they say it's a felony now?
New laws. Stealing is a felony. And this is Orange County.
No shit, Sherlock. Stealing is a felony? Oh my god, what?
That's why I asked what county is this. That's where I went to jail last year and got on probation for a year for stealing out of Target.
The women were also linked to a theft at a
She even
nearby
just
Kohl's
admitted-
store. The alleged crime comes shortly after California's Prop 36
Bruh, she didn't even hide it. She's going out with that box and strolling. She's not even walking fast.
took effect. The new law creates stricter penalties
Look at
for
that.
organized theft.
I guess California finally decided to do something about theft. They realized that if you decriminalize stealing, more people will steal. I mean,
Yeah, like they came up with the idea like there is a percentage of money that you can like you can steal up to I don't know how much dollars, and then after that it's a felony. But before that you are welcome to steal. Nobody will stop you. It's not a felony. And of course people are not dumb. They're gonna go and do that over and over and over again.
just look at their level of comfortability. They walking out the store like they bought the stuff.
Victim who was stabbed in the throat by a maniac at Grand Central Station says no one came to her aid, just froze. Real mystery. Wonder why no one helped.
Islands. Biden has spent over 532 days on vacation during his 4-year term. Compared to the average American, he took 48 years worth of vacation.
532 days spent on vacation.
In just 4 years. Let that one sink in, everybody.
To be fair, Trump did spend a lot of time golfing and tweeting. Regardless of political opinion, just don't forget that our government lied to us for 3 years about our president's cognitive decline, and they call you far right for just suggesting that it's weird that he can't put together a sentence. They
Yeah.
took a corpse and then gift wrapped it in a
Or that he pooped himself. They're like literally on the camera. We saw it.
suit for 3 years and then spearheaded us into funding 2 different wars. If that isn't proof that there's something wrong with our government, I don't know what is.
It is time for our generation-defining great works. How about stopping climate change before we destroy the planet and getting millions of people involved, manufacturing and installing?
When rich people who have private jets, who use their private jets to go from a country to another country to try a croissant, I don't want to listen to you. I don't want you to talk about climate change. You, like, literally, you talking about climate change, it's such ironic. It's such an irony. Like, I don't want to hear it.
Solar panels.
Also, like, you making me drink from a straw, like a plastic straw. What are the other ones? Like paper straw, whatever. Like, I don't use that. Like, you are not gonna make me do that, okay?
We get that our
No,
greatest
thank you.
challenges need global responses too. No country can fight climate change alone or prevent pandemics. Progress now requires coming
Tell me, is this his? Does this belong to him? Is this like, because it's funny, he's talking about climate change while we see that.
together, not just as cities or nations, but also as a global community.
After lecturing us about the importance of climate change, Mark Zuckerberg bought a $300 million yacht that
For whom? How many people do you have there?
burns 500 gallons of gas per hour. But of course, you using your Ford Focus to get to and from work because that's all you have time to do anymore is the problem.
This is the
Yeah,
soccer
yeah.
team that just cannot be beaten. The Flying Bats. They play in the women's competition in Sydney, but they have 5 male-born players, and no one can get near them. The latest score,
Good job. But that doesn't prove anything. Eyes, see, brain, use. Like,
Flying Bats 12, their opposition 0. And have a look at their success this year. They're undefeated in 13 games, and they've scored 59 goals and only conceded 3. They've scored 26 more goals than the team sitting in second place.
if you're born female, you play in a female team. If you're born male, you play in a male team. Doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't want to hear. You are a male. You're going to play in a male team.
No one is able to get anywhere near them. Kiralee Smith is a vocal campaigner trying to protect women's sport.
Ben, it's absolutely extraordinary. These guys, some of them are more than 6 foot. They're in their 30s. They're playing against girls who are under 18.
How, like, it's ridiculous. Like, how proud are they of themselves for winning against girls? How proud, like, oh my God, I just won. Fabulous. Let's go, girls. Like, I'm so mad. I am mad. This heats me up because I hate people who do stuff like this. This is bullying. This is actual bullying. You represent yourself as something and then you abuse the system. You bully people who are beneath you when it comes to this, like when it comes to strength, physical strength, and you are proud of yourself for winning. All right? Because you accomplished something. No, you accomplished nothing. You piece of poop.
I'm now facing court cases 7, 8 and 9 for calling out some of these males in female competition. The anti-discrimination law in this country is absolutely appalling when women can't defend female sex-based rights at the threat of legal action.
The numbers are just out of this world.
Man.
This year, they've only conceded 3 goals, but they have scored 59 goals. They're undefeated in 13 games.
And they're also destroying these women for prize money in these tournaments, so there's also financial incentive. But you know, men have warned about this for years now, and these policies are predominantly supported by women. So at what point are men just gonna go, if you want to go out there and compete against somebody who's 6'3" with a 5...
And that's me as a woman saying, no, we have to stop this because we women are the ones that are gonna suffer for that. I'm not into sport as such, but I know that other women are, and it's so sad. I'm sad for them that they have to deal with this because Twitter people or X people are sitting and asking for their rights. Like,
have a clock shadow and hands the size of a damn baseball glove because you believe there's no difference between men and women. It is what it is.
There is.
This is absolutely bonkers. You got to watch this. Look at this. So it's 1938. And all this time we're spending through the years as Americans, family was such an important figure in our life.
Didn't exist, Ron.
Friends are still at the hierarchy. We went to school. Good thing that's changing. College and school. Don't need that Rockefeller education. But yeah, check this out. It's just absolutely bonkers. 1975.
Oh, the internet is becoming online.
Now it's about the time I was born.
Yeah, me too.
Seeing a huge shift. Kerplunk. Family going down. And then we see this. Oh my God, the internet, the matrix going up like crazy. All of this time we're wasting on our devices, disconnected from family.
Okay, like I do understand like 60% we are using the time online, but keep in mind that all of these friends, co-workers, maybe not our family, school, church, neighbors, college, like all of these things we do use online as well to keep connection. And there is good with online, you know, a lot of opportunities came, our connections with our friends and family members who are abroad, it became easier to communicate with them. So there is good in that. It's not like we are only spending online, not communicating and socializing with others, but the socializing that you have with people who are close and near to you while you are doing it online is a bad thing because it never is the same. If you socialize through your phone with other people that you have to do because they are abroad and they are far, that's all right. But if you are socializing with your neighbors or something, like, come on, man. It's really not good for your health. Being one-on-one and being as much as possible, spending time as much as possible with friends and families in real life is so much more important and so much better. Let me ask you a question. Hear me out. it's a Sunday and you don't want to go out, you want to play video games, all right? But somebody makes you go out and hang out with family members. You dread it, you go there, you're like, oh man, I have to do it. Then you start doing it and you're thinking, okay, this is not bad. You come back home and you feel so effing fulfilled. Like you accomplished something. You're like, man, that was actually nice. I don't know why I didn't want to go. It was cool. It was fun. And now I can also play video games. Oh, wow. Now I still have time to do what I want to do. But also I feel like I accomplished something. Is it just me? That's how I feel sometimes, which is also a bit sad, but it's true.
They were showing the difference between liberals and conservatives right now. This is wild. 76% of single women are Democrats and 56% of them are on psych meds. Because they seem fucking crazy to me.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. It makes sense.
I believe in the Constitution. I believe in the freedom of speech, the freedom of expression, the right to petition your government for redress of grievances. But I also understand what treason and sedition is. When people are standing up and talking about death to America on American streets, I got a problem with that. And you should have a problem with that too, because this is about your safety and security. When you hear people talk about 1.5 to 2 million gotaways, people that we know have come across the border, but we don't know who they are, we don't know where they are, you should be very concerned. Because it only took 3,000 on October the 7th of 2023. It only took how many on 9/11? 12. And now we're talking about millions that have come across this border. And yes, we know that there are people on the terrorist watch list that have come across this border. So I want to see...
Imagine actually knowing that and you're like, oh, it's fine, come in, I will pay for the hotel you stay in, I will feed you, you don't have to work, you don't have to do anything. Oh yeah, you can even have your own political rights, we can hear you out, everything.
Young people understand these issues. I think it is important when we study these issues. But as I said earlier, those young people that are out there protesting, if they had been at that peace music festival, they would have been killed also.
This sounds like the right's version of the left saying we need to censor hate speech. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're in America illegally or you're not American and you're saying death to America, yeah, you need to get sent back where you came.
Yeah, 100%. I agree 100%.
Never go visit or go live in another country and then scream death to that country. That would be insane. If you're an American, Republican, or Democrat, I think we should be careful when it comes to censoring each other because it starts with DTA. Next thing you know, you can't criticize Donald Trump. I don't want to see the right start to become everything they talked about on the left. Like how Elon Musk ran under the America First movement and then said we need to bring in more East Asians to fill in the tech jobs. It sounds a lot like what the Democrats were saying about Venezuelans in the labor jobs. I don't know, just the white collar version of that. Now that the right's in power, they have to be very careful about being the thing that they said they didn't like about the left. We don't need to criminalize Americans saying DTA. We should have a social stigma against it, and we should promote patriotism so we can have a collective identity in America again.
The reason why Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy want H-1B visa workers is because they can exploit them better.
Lower wages, right?
Yeah.
And Elon did.
Yeah, it's the same as in Bosnia, for example. A lot of American companies are opening branches in Bosnia because they know that my friends, for example, work in these American companies and the amount of money they earn is nothing compared to the wages they would have to pay them. The company would have to pay them if they were living in America. But it's still good, compared to the wages that you would earn working for a government company in Bosnia or other private companies that are owned by Bosnians. So that's exactly what is happening. That's what rich people are gonna do all the time, exploit people who are less fortunate than them in third world countries, and it's nothing new.
Did this with Twitter. He went to Twitter and he fired 50% of the staff, right? Immediately, day one. He fired all those people. The only employees he retained, he kept, were H-1B visa workers. Why did he do that? Because those guys, if they get fired, they're
going back. They're getting deported, so they will accept even if their wages decline. They get declined, go lower.
They're gonna get deported. So now you can force those guys to stay there all day, every day, sleep at the office. They're basically indentured servants. That's what Elon Musk wants. That's what wealthy people want. They want to be able to get the most amount of time and productivity out of each individual employee. And the more vulnerable you are, the fear of deportation, the easier it is for your boss to turn around and be like, all right, I'm calling you up at 10 p.m. on a Friday afternoon. Oh, you got a fucking family emergency? You better get your ass in the office right now. I got to.
Asking the question today, should vaccines be mandated?
In terms of getting people healthy, let's get them outside and vitamin D. Let's mandate healthy fisheries so we all get healthy vitamin D sources. Let's mandate organic foods. Let's mandate regenerative farms. Let's change the subsidies from McDonald's and all these GMOs to organic farms and these beautiful small.
I kind of like what she's saying. I don't see it being that wrong, you know, because yeah, you guys, what you eat is poisoning you, and it is all it's a conspiracy, and I don't know if it's conspiracy theory or not, but they are poisoning you, and then they are treating you with all of these drugs, so you owe them all the time. It's business, you know.
Companies we see here, there's so much more to health that we can mandate that other than injecting something that is completely experimental, and there's so many alternatives, and there's so much money involved.
Right.
And I mean, to be honest, like, I have nothing against the vaccine, especially not vaccines that just came out today and we don't know a lot about, but vaccines that have been there for decades and helped us in our generations and in our generations to come. I don't see anything wrong with vaccines. I know there are people out there who are completely against vaccinations, and they think that vaccinations is the cause of autism and whatnot. I don't know. I don't believe in that.
So granted, you know, the people have to rise because money will move, you know, unless we move.
That's what the Democratic Party used to be all about. And it's funny because if she said that nowadays, they'd call her Hitler. We need to bring the old Democratic Party back because we need that balance. They have slid into insanity. Let me know in the comments below if this video was a W or L, and give me the HBO special. That's Help Brother Out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Till next time.
I have no idea what he's saying. When he speaks so fast, all I know is just like, subscribe. Okay, like and subscribe for more content.